food at the Grand Oasis Cancun Resort in Cancun, Mexico. So we are starting off at the breakfast buffet, guys. And I have never in my life been to a resort and seen a line like this. I have stayed at so many resorts, and definitely things here are very crowded. And there's a lot of wait time for a lot of stuff. This is going to be an honest review. I have stayed at over 20 different resorts between Cancun and Playa del Carmen. And honestly, guys, this was probably my least favorite resort that I've stayed at. The food itself wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. The buffet itself had a lot of options. There was hot food, there was rice, beans, they even had stews. So if you didn't want just breakfast items, they did have a lot of savory items as well. They also have, as you can see, your deli meats. I feel like this was basically, the basics of what a lot of resorts have for breakfast. My favorite was really just the hash browns. I really enjoyed the fresh eggs. There was a line to make an omelet, which normally there is always a line, but the line here was just so big that I ended up not waiting. But, they had a great bakery section, croissants, rolls, stuff like that. My favorite is the yogurt and the parfaits. For me, that was probably like the best out of everything that I ate. I just feel like the quality of the food itself is not really top tier. Again, I've stayed at so many other resorts and excuse me, things are fresher, things have more flavors, but they also did have tamales, which is like the traditional. That's where the egg line was. And like I said, it was just way too long, was not moving. So right now we are in actually the main buffet area. So because it's so busy, they actually open up the steakhouse next door, the Bahia Steakhouse, for breakfast. And they set up a mini buffet. So that is what you saw before. And this is the larger buffet. The mini buffet doesn't have all like the hot, savory foods that the main buffet does, nor does it have, these desserts and stuff, but you get to at least pick. Now, this is right next to the buffet and also right next to Bahia Steakhouse. So if you don't want to go to either, you could just come and get some coffee and pastries. Again, there was a line. Everything is really busy at this resort. Now, this is on the side of the buffet. So I did like this. There's a gelato, a ceviche, a fried chicken, and a taco station. This is by Building 3, right next to the beach. And this is almost like a replica of Placita, which is on the other side of the hotel. So there is food options everywhere, which is nice. I just didn't think the food quality itself was great. The gelato itself too, I got it. It really was more like a fat-free frozen yogurt than really a gelato, especially coming from the fact that I've traveled to Italy and I know what gelato is, not necessarily that. My favorite thing though, from that entire little area is actually the ceviche, guys. Okay, so this ceviche, it was the mixed ceviche, so it has calamari, shrimp, a little fish. That was honestly one of the tastiest things I've had on the entire trip. So this right here is Coco Restaurant, and it's only for adults, which was nice just to kind of get a little adult time, a little break. I came here for lunch, so the stuff that I got wasn't terrible. It wasn't the best either. I just feel like some things are a hit and then some things are a complete miss, and not even just here, but for the entire resort itself. The guac was nice. I also got another appetizer right here, like the Vietnam veggie rolls. There's no meat in it at all, but they were super tasty with the hoisin sauce. The one thing I was majorly disappointed about is the fish of the day. So that is mahi mahi. And it was so dry. Unfortunately, I could not eat it. But all throughout the resort, there is areas that you can get stuff on the go. So this is just a little pizza stand that they have. But I'm from New York and I visited Italy, like I said. So this pizza was not looking very appetizing to me. So I did not get it. But I did come here. This is, like an Italian restaurant that they have. The menu isn't very large, but, the ambiance was cute. So I did like that. I came for an early dinner. I got, like this eggplant tomato-based spread. That was actually very tasty. The pizza itself, I was hoping was going to be better, guys, but it was absolutely not. I ended up just eating all the toppings off of it and leaving the bread. But I did also get, a plate of pasta, and that was delicious. Overall, though, I really just thought the food here was nothing to write home about at all, and the excessive lines were just a little too much.